Hey guys, chesypoof here, and this time we're going to be showing off the entire collection of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2012. So the new Nickelodeon cartoon is coming out. So this is the entire series, probably series 1, if it does good. We're going to be showing that all off today. I'm going to basically do like the quick look style, and then I'm going to make another video where I have all the extra turtles, and so I'm going to be opening those and giving an even better review. But this one's going to basically show off the entire set, and we'll go from there. So first off, we have the foot soldier. Of course, Shredder's easiest henchmen, basically. They're the ones, the numbers, so they are just the foot soldiers. They're, you know, expendable, very much so. And you can see, at least on the Nickelodeon cartoon, what they're going to show figure-wise is it's a mixture between the Ninja Turtle movies and that 2003 cartoon. So not the robotic ones, although of course it could be different because they look like they're humans in ninja suits. So you can see they come with some little swords and ninja stars, a little katana as well. The little cases for them, of course, the angles are pretty crazy, so it'll be funny seeing how these stay on the shelf. But you can see there's the 4 turtles right there as well. There's that entire series 1 right here that we're about to show off too. And then each of them, just like all the figures previously, have little biographies as well. So I'm trying to make it so you can go ahead and read that for the foot soldier. And that's how he looks on the show, at least too. So you can see those crazy CG graphics that they have. A lot of people are definitely polarized on the subject of on how the turtles look. Figure-wise, I think they look really awesome. You know, on here you can see the CGI. They have the eyes, and I don't think those should necessarily be apparent. They're not in the figures, and we'll go over that in a little bit too when we go through them here. So next, we got Shredder. So here's the classic bad guy himself. In this series, it looks like Shredder is crazy buff. Like the way he's built is pretty ridiculous. Look at that chest. Like it's just 40 inches apart probably if it was, you know, lifelike. The way that he looks right there though is pretty sick. He's got the 3 things right there, a little trident going down. You can barely make out his eyes underneath there, but it's pretty sick. His little scale armor, you know, he's got the different claws on each side. He comes with some ninja stars and a sword as well. And there you can see how he looks on there, which is actually pretty crazy. It looks like Jafar could be under the mask from, oh man. So there's Shredder's bio. Let you look at that for a second. And then we'll get to Splinter. So he definitely looks like a different kind of rat this time. The further away he gets, he looks like he could be a mongoose or all sorts of different creatures. But the closer you get, he actually at least does look like a rat. He comes with his little cane, which looks like it's made out of kryptonite on the figures and stuff, but it's pretty funny. So you can see he's got little bandages wrapped around his hands and just his little robe. So Splinter looks a little cool. His hands, of course, don't have as much detail as they should, but that's why it would be good to open them up and customize them. So there's Splinter right there. It almost makes it look like he's got a giant white mustache, which would be pretty funny. But there's his bio. So try to get that good so that you can read it. And we'll jump back over. Then we got Krang. So maybe I should make some more of those Krang videos, let me know. I have a bunch. I just have to edit them and throw them online if you guys want to see Krang's outlooks on life. But so this is how Krang looks in the new series. This is his exoskeleton, which of course looks more like the 2003 version that the Utroms were in. But Krang looks pretty cool. Still looks like a mixture between a pink meat boy and Squidbillies, but you know. And there's Krang's bio right there, the CGI version of how he looks. And I guess we'll see how they do it on the cartoon, but according to that bio right there, Krang is the actual race of Utroms. So they're all just going to be Krangs. I don't know if each of them are going to have, you know, individual personalities like he did on the 87 cartoon, where Krang was only one specific person. But there you go. You can see those futuristic weapons that he comes along with there. And we'll see how he turns out in the show. Then we got April O'Neil, which has got to be the, you know, least favorite figure in the series. For one, they turned her into like a 14-year-old girl. Looks like something off of Ben 10, which is pretty weird. So I have no idea, you know, why they did that. I guess we'll find out when the series comes out, but it looks like she comes with, you know, one of the bow staffs like Donatello, and her weapons at least come on that little rack like the original Playmates figures, which of course these are made by Playmates as well. But you can see she's at least wearing yellow, but looks like she could be an angsty teenager. Some, you know, black stockings on and some short shorts. So it's pretty awkward. But you have to have her in the collection because she's part of it right there. So there you go. That's at least how April O'Neil looks. Like a grown-up version of Jimmy Neutron, is that his name? That's what he looks like right there. There's her bio. And now we're actually going to get into the real meat of it, the actual turtles. So first off, Donny's figure. Like all of these Ninja Turtle figures are the reason to own the set, period. They look amazing. They're not as detailed, of course, as the first prototypes, but I've seen so many customs out there already that are sick, and the details that are on the figures themselves are really incredible. So you'll see that more in detail when I upload the video of unboxing the 4 turtles. But if they only filled it in with, you know, some black paint and things like that in the crevices, that would have been really amazing. So that's something I might have to do with the 4 that I open up later on too. So you can see his bow staff, and he's got, you know, the weapons in the background too, like old school turtles. And his bandana is off to the side like a 1980s ponytail, which is a little bit different, but he still looks pretty sick. Of course, in the show, it's very awkward because they took out a tooth. Why is Donny missing a tooth, you guys? Does that make any sense to you? So you can see there's his bio right there as well. But even though the cartoon might be iffy, the figures look amazing. You can see all of the turtles, of course, just like I was telling you. They have the white eyes, so the original, you know, style in the Playmates figures, of course, or like the original comics. So hopefully they just do it a little bit of justice there as well. And then we got Wrath. So the most badass of the bunch, of course. You can see he's got cracks in his shell, almost showing off like he's been in more battles and the damage has gotten to him a little bit more. You can see all the weapons in the background as well. And there's his size. And Raph, look how brutal he looks. You can see the different shine on his teeth like they individually made each one. His bandana, of course, is going to the side, flowing with the wind like the normal actual turtles, you know, like we've all come to know and love. But he is really awesome. So I'll give you guys a good look there. And then he looks a little bit happy right there, which is crazy. But there's his bio. And just like those old styles too, it's those clipped and collect versions. So the people that do open them, you know, it's like, hey, save these cards. It might make them valuable even though you just opened up the figure. So he's no longer on the card. And of course the turtles, we'll go into detail when I open them up as well. But like you can see they got the bandages around their hands and things like that, which really makes them look even better. Like they're protecting injuries or that kind of stuff. And then we got Leo, of course, the leader of the bunch. And you can see how awesome that figure looks though. Playmates really know. They really know what they're doing with these figures, you guys. You can see his katanas right there. And of course, you know, unlike some of the other figures that have come out or things like that, most of the weapons are all just one color. It saves them money on cost. You know, they don't have third world workers, you know, having to really paint the details on the weapons at least. So they save that for us. But you can see how cool he looks right there. Look at his eyes, you know. That's the way that turtles are supposed to look, you know, just the white of their eyes. You can see there's his hands, his shell, his blue bandana, you know, falling down like it should. It's really awesome. And there's Leonardo's bio. So it looks a little shorter. And of course, the voices of the characters are a bit different than we've come to know. Leo is voiced by Jason Biggs from American Pie, which is kind of crazy. But the voices sound good so far. Donatello, of course, is voiced by the original Ninja Turtle cartoons, Raphael, which is kind of funny. But then here's my favorite turtle, you guys. Finishing off the bunch, Michelangelo. So he's just really awesome looking. And at least, like the cartoon, they do all have different shades of green, which is nice. So you can see he's a little bit lighter. Leo's more the forest green, or, you know, Raph is the darker forest green, normal green. The puke green, things like that. But you can see his nunchucks, and he comes with all the different weapons over there. That crazy arsenal of weapons. But he looks pretty amazing. And of course you can see how goofy they try to make him. And there's Michelangelo's bio as well. So it's some pretty fun stuff though. So you can see there's the entire Series 1 once again. Just too much for, you know, one little picture. But that's it for this time. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and show another opening of the videos pretty soon. So be on the watch out for that if you want to see a more in-depth look at the actual turtles this time around. The retro figures are going to be coming up as well. So they're probably about double the size of those. But they actually look like the 87 cartoon, which is pretty fun. And from there, we'll see what's going on. So hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you later.